Very conscious was Damien there in the darkness. Suddenly, two yokai did appear. On one side, I, Tamato, the ruler of demon kind. On my side, my mortal enemy, the nine-tailed fox. So, is the defendant asserting that the room he was in was very dark at the time? Since it may be, yes indeed, all was in darkness. Is the part about Temachoro and the Night-Eyed Fox being there? Yes, that too. Temachoro towered overhead and the Night-Eyed Fox glittered gold. Woo! I can't believe you honor. It seems the defendant's recollections are not to be trusted. Yes, but truth be told, my host's recollections are still a bit fuzzy. As if half dreamt that happening lingers in his mind. Apollo, maybe I can help here. Really? Oh, you mean... Yeah, I can hear it. The discord in his heart. I sense an unusual emotion in the mayor's memory of the event. Okay, I just hope our findings don't come back to haunt us. Again. Barely conscious was Damien there amid the darkness. Suddenly, two yokai did appear. On one side, I, Temacharo, ruler of demon kind. And on the other, my mortal enemy, the nine-tailed fox. Got it! When the nine-tailed fox appeared, you did not only experience shock and sadness, but also some kind of joy as well. Joy. Perhaps it was joy at the light coming to my eyes at long last. Along the terrible creaking into silence. And then there was light. On reflection, it was a door that did not produce that infernal racket. A creaking door. Oh, you must be talking about the Forbidden Chamber door. It does make a lot of noise. So this means the Forbidden Chamber really was opened. But what about the sudden light he described? I think I know. He mentioned darkness and temperature towering overhead. Maybe the mayor wasn't really in the fox about the time of the crime. Mr. Mayor, did the darkness that you were in happen to be here?
Take that!
The Forbidden Chamber? Was it not the Fox Chamber where the murder did occur? Yes, but it all makes sense if you were in the Forbidden Chamber. The terrible creaking sound was probably the Forbidden Chamber's door opening. And the towering territory you saw, most likely the Forbidden Chamber statue. Oh yes, that would explain it. The darkness in the staff and the demon's grasp. But even if all that's true, then what about the nine-tailed fox? Maybe he was seeing things, just like Jinxie and her imaginary yokai. Francisco, Apollo, it's entirely possible. In a groggy, dreamlike state, people can misremember things and events. Misremember, you say? Let me think. I do believe I remember now. That was not the nine-tailed fox. It was the amazing nine tails. What? The amazing nine tails. Of course, this is but a dream I thought. Now, however, more clearly I recall it. The amazing nine tails who did open the forbidden chamber's door. I'm sorry I asked. Amazing nine tails. That was the victim Alderman Kubai, right? Yeah. How would he open the forbidden chamber? Wasn't he trying to keep it sealed? Mind that. This is completely new information. We enter it and run an update. Barely conscious was Damien there in the forbidden chamber. Amid the darkness, a mighty statue of Tamaturo loomed overhead. Suddenly the door did open, and a shaft of light did pierce the gloom. The amazing nine tails had come to the rescue. Got it! When the amazing nine tails opened the chamber, banishing the darkness within, you felt joy, but did you also feel shock and sadness? Yes, in the hazy depths of my mind, I do recollect something of that nature. I believe it was the fiend's cape of red. For when I did behold it, a great wave of sadness did inexplicably wash over me. A cape of red? Apollo, we reduced the noise level. But there's still a little left. Now, Tenma, why were you sad when you saw the red cape? Why indeed? What could this mean? I guess his memory is still a little spotty. I know because his latest recollection contradicts the evidence. Yeah, some of those contradictions that slapped you right across the face. Something about this obviously could arise. Someone is trying to force a fuzzy memory into a definitive shape. Paula, I know what you have to do. You need to present evidence that contradicts the image you see. Oh, so it's basically the same as the usual cross-examination process. Okay, time to review the evidence. Look at contradictions, here comes justice! Bill, the conscious was Damien there in the forbidden chamber. Darkness, the mighty statue of Tamatoro loomed overhead. Suddenly the door slid open and a shaft of light did pierce the gloom. The amazing nine-tailed had come to the rescue. Objection! You said that amazing nine-tails cape was red. Are you sure about that? Yes. Well, I do believe it was a red cape I saw, but... Maybe a Tenma. Does this cape look red to you? Oh, that certainly does not look red. Not even scarlet or crimson either. Nevertheless, upon my liberation, something red did fill my as yet hazy field of view. And I thought to myself, the amazing nine-tails is arrayed in a cape of red. So he mistook that red something for his cape, huh? Apparently so, and remembering it now brings a great sadness upon me. So the red something probably wasn't a cape after all. Maybe that great sadness he mentioned is what's interfering with his memory. Well, he would have seen the fox chamber behind the amazing nine tails. What object could he have seen there that would have been that shocking? I know. Could it have been... Mr. Mayor, was the red thing you saw this?
Take that!
Something red that could produce a deep sadness. Could it be, Mr. Tema, that what you saw was the alderman's blood? Blood? Why, yes, it was blood. It's all coming back to me now. It was a red cape that I saw. It was lying behind the amazing nine tails, the alderman's bloody body. His noise level is down to 0. I think he's remembering everything now. Does this mean the amazing nine tails killed Alderman Kubai? But the Alderman was the amazing nine tails. So how exactly would that work? Hey, I asked you first. Well, Mr. Justice, you sure know how to make a complicated matter even more complicated. True, but at the time of the crime, our client was in the Forbidden Chamber. Moreover...
Silence!
Don't you think this is strange? The little scamp has already confirmed her father to be in the Fox Chamber. What's he said not about seeing the amazing nine tails there? You just had to bring that up, didn't you? Thinks he didn't see LaBelle there either. It's so weird. Who really was in the room then? Would the defense care to sign any theories with the court? Can you explain the inconsistency between the defendant's testimony and his daughter's? Yes, of course I can. I can't explain it. Because if I don't, we're in serious trouble. Your bluffs and fairy tales I trust. Fair warning, Justice Turner. I shall have your head if you fail to explain this. What about a good old-fashioned penalty? Well, Mr. Justice, let's see if you have a head worth keeping on your shoulders. First of all, Mr. LaBelle was definitely in the Fox Chamber while it was locked. Rest of that Chanma was in the Forbidden Chamber based on his testimony. These two facts are crucial to my explanation. So, let's consider the following question. If the facts point to Front LaBelle and the victim being there at the scene, why did DC Chanma see the victim and her father, Mayor Chanma? Very good question indeed. I suppose you have the answer for us. Sadly, you would be supposing wrong. You think he could have mistaken LaBelle for the mayor? Yes, he did, and the question is, why did he do that? Well, how about that explanation, Mr. Justice? I believe the time for questions is over. The defense asserts that Florence LaBelle was at the scene of the crime. However, Trixie Tenma had testified that she saw her father collapse there. If she had, in fact, postponed the event, what good made her do so? The figure Miss Tenma saw was not her father. It was Florence LaBelle disguised as Damien Tenma.
Silence!
That is a complete impossibility. Their faces are utterly unalike. How could you explain that away from your disguise? Yes, they both do have incredibly distinctive faces. Maybe the disguise completely hid his face? think Jinxie would have mentioned it if she couldn't see her father's face. And if it was that sort of disguise, wouldn't she have removed it? Alright. Your sword is as dull as your mind, Justice Dono. So I'll show you what a truly sharp blade is capable of. In your past. Jesus. Are you okay, Apollo? I'm not fine, am I? Well, now that we have that little fairy tale out of the way, your baldness, your verdict, if you will. Mr. Justice, I believe it's time for a verdict if you have no further arguments. What's even left for me to do? Apollo, remember what Mr. White always says? You're stuck in a tight spot, turn the case upside down. Turn the case upside down? He does say that, doesn't he? I don't quite see how it applies here. Still, let's give it a try, I guess. Let's see. Other than Jinxie didn't remove this, guys, maybe she couldn't remove it. And other than she didn't tell anyone about the disguise, maybe it was she couldn't talk about it. Monstrous mask is more precious than his own life. He never unmasked himself in front of others. Though our matches were wrestlers better for the White to remove each other's masks. Having masks torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why the masks were more important to them than life itself. And what about the fact that it was the amazing Ninetales who opened the door? Masks that can't be removed in front of others. These facts turn things around. Aha! We got it all backwards. Apollo? I think we might have made a huge mistake. Your baldness. I see no need to further indulge them in their silly little facade. The defense has no proof. They never did, and they never will. Then it seems I must announce my vote.
Objection!
I do have proof! Do you now? Alright, but this better be good, Mr. Justice. We can solve the remaining riddles by turning all of our assumptions upside down. Why Jinxie Tamra mistook Mr. LaBelle for her father? Why she couldn't remove the costume or tell anyone about it in the first place? Those riddles are inexplicably linked to Mary Tamra's secret identity. A shocking secret identity that would turn the entire premise of this case upside down. This piece of evidence clearly reveals Mary Tamra's secret identity.
Take that!
What absolute claptrap, poppycock, balderdash! We thought the alderman was the amazing Ninetales and the mayor was Ten Mataro. That's why we believe the mayor killed the alderman in his lust for Ninetail Vale. And it was the basis for the prosecution's entire case against our client. However, we got the whole thing backwards. Mayor Tamra wasn't Tamataro at all. He was the amazing Ninetales. What's this? You best explain yourself, Justice Dono. And from where you describe such a far-fetched conclusion. Jinxie no doubt knew the true identity of the amazing Ninetales. She couldn't tell anyone no matter what. That's why she didn't say it was the amazing Ninetales she saw passed out. Even though I'm not sure it was really LaBelle in disguise.
Silence!
The accused of this specifically Daniel early this physical building voice. That little scamp would have seen the difference.
Objection!
Remember, Mr. LaBelle had his very own brand of cosmetics. Why couldn't he fake a different build, too? And anyone speaking through a mask would naturally sound different.
Silence!
Why does he not simply pull the mask off?
Objection!
A masked wrestler's disguise is more precious than life itself. As a huge fan of the Amazing Nine Tails, she would never dare unmask him. Ah! This case of mistaken identity also explains the riddle of the locked room. Then by all means, Mr. Justice, answer it for us already. First, Mr. LaBelle entered the room where the mayor and alderman were talking. I suspect he brought with him coffee laced with some sort of sedative. Once the alderman was out cold, that's when Mr. LaBelle killed him. Next, he took the mayor, who he had also drugged, into the Forbidden Chamber. Then he returned to the Fox Chamber, slipped into some of the mayor's spare clothes, and completed the disguise by donning the Amazing Nine Tails mask. With the entire sword in place, Mr. LaBelle then let out a scream. A scream that led Jinxie Tenma to the scene. So then, the person who said I killed Alderman Kubai was... Yep, that was Front LaBelle in disguise. The mayor never actually confessed.
Silence!
This is no more than guesswork and speculation. Now stop your jabbering.
Objection!
No, you twisted samurai. This time you stop your jabbering and let me finish making my case. Once Miss Tenma left the scene, Mr. LaBelle, still wearing the mayor's clothes and mask, opened the Forbidden Chamber. So he could drag the mayor back out into the Fox Chamber. Oh, so Amazing Nine Tails the mayor saw was... Right, it was LaBelle opened the Forbidden Chamber. Second time Mr. LaBelle opened the door to the Forbidden Chamber, he happened to catch the thieving Mr. Phelps by surprise. Startled, Mr. Phelps in his Tematoro disguise ran as fast as he could away from the room. As he did, he left behind a trail of feathers and tracks, and gave Miss Tenma the scare for life in the hallway. With no one left to witness the events that had occurred, Mr. LaBelle then proceeded to drag the sleeping male back into the Fox Chamber. I see, but that all certainly does make sense. Then after dragging the male back into the Fox Chamber, Mr. LaBelle threw the mask out the window and fled the room.
Silence!
For this absurd theory to work, it requires that the defendant be the Amazing Nine Tails. However, he was the one person for the marsupial murder. That such an invitational could possibly be the Amazing Nine Tails is preposterous.
Objection!
The man was blackmailed into pursuing the murder. Miss Tenma's life would have been in danger if he had openly voiced his opposition. That's why he created a secret identity as the Amazing Nine Tails. God, this is madness. No one could possibly hear. It's just an insane plot. No one except the killer as insane as his plot. And I'd say Flaunt LaBelle more than qualifies. Foolish mortal, it's you at your own peril that you forget who I am. Mayor Tenma, it's okay now. Thinks you will be safe just as soon as Mr. LaBelle is arrested. You are the Amazing Nine Tails, aren't you? Hold it. You have quite the active imagination. Male Tenma is not the Amazing Nine-Tails.
Objection!
What do you mean? Well, has the male admitted to it yet? But that's just... And even if he did admit to such nonsense, I will reveal the truth behind Telma Whitehill and now. What? You would dare reveal the secret. My good friend, the alderman told me all about it. But it wouldn't be good to expose the truth. What if that superstitious Nell would it? The truth behind Tamatura? What's he talking about? So go ahead, say it! Say, I am the Amazing Nine-Tails, I tell you!
Objection!
Wait! Will somebody please explain what's going on here? Tema will do anything to keep the truth behind Tamatolo and it's a secret. A dark, terrible truth that has been kept secret by the village superstitions. After moments of being the Amazing Nine-Tails, you expose the truth. Right, I won't have him walking free because of some nonsense you made up. So what now, Justice Dono? About the man and missing your theories as useless as you are in battle. So you who's useless? Paulo, don't you dare give up now! I know! Your Honor, I believe Mr. LaBelle's statement warrants a thorough cross-examination. After all, the tragedy of the Amazing Nine-Tails is the cornerstone of this case. You do have a point there. Please answer this court, Mr. LaBelle. Is the defendant the Amazing Nine-Tails or not? The Amazing Nine-Tails sure that he is not Male Tenma. Male would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tamatolo right here and now. That would bring ruin upon Nine-Tails Vale, just as the superstitions say. Talk about out of the pot and into the fire. At this rate, the mayor will be found guilty for saw. Honestly speaking, if Mayor Damon Tenma is not the Amazing Nine-Tails, I'm afraid I don't see how the defense has much of a case here. And let's just leave it at that, shall we? We all know Alderman Kubai was the Amazing Nine-Tails anyway. I mean, that time Nine-Tails made a comeback, the Alderman was so popular. There's gotta be a hole in that testimony somewhere. But I don't even know where to start. If we don't have any proof that the mayor is the Amazing Nine-Tails, we'll just have to get him to admit it himself. If he admits it, Mr. LaBelle is going to expose the secret behind Tamatoro. We are so close, I know it! The defense may cross-examine the witness. The Amazing Nine-Tails' identity is not Male Tenma. Male would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tamatolo right here and now. And that would bring ruin upon Nine-Tails Vale, just as super sincere. Am I supposed to admit to his secret identity now? I have to find a way to make him say it, or our entire case unravels. There must be a hole in the LaBelle's testimony somewhere. The Amazing Nine-Tails sure that he's not Male Tenma. Mail would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tamatolo right here and now. And that will bring ruin upon Ninetale Vale, just as the superstition said.
Hold it!
Do not gaze upon Tamatoro. Do not tell others if you see him. Isn't that what the village superstitions say? Exactly. Telling others what Tamatoro looks like will reveal the truth. That's why superstitions were written down in the first place. And we wouldn't come into the village if we did. Is that a warning not to expose the truth? Bingo! And that truth is Tamatoro is a great inspiration for Jim. That's what the whole battle over Ninetale Vale is all about. Tamatoro is a great fortune. To think of it. I mean, that is the greatest quick chance in the universe. Grandpapa told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure there. Could Tamatoro actually be... Telling the villagers that Tamatoro is a terrifying yokai. So it has scared them away from the forbidden chamber and the treasure within. They thought the treasure had been kept secret all this time. Well. It seems our ace attorney here has uncovered the truth that must not be revealed. Tama looks like he wants to keep the truth in as much as I do. Treasure is doomed to repeat itself as long as Tamatolo exists. That's why the secret must be protected. As long as Tamatolo exists, huh? Mr. Bell, please add that statement to your testimony. Treasure is doomed to repeat as long as Tamatolo exists.
Objection!
Miss LaBelle, what if Tamatoro no longer existed? Revealing the truth would no longer be an issue, would it? If Tamatoro no longer existed? What on earth are you talking about? Oh, apparently you haven't heard. Tamatoro no longer exists. I guess you didn't get to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the forbidden chamber, there wasn't any treasure there. Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place. Sorry, but I have proof that Tamatoro no longer exists. Take a look at this figure. What do we have here? It looks like some sort of creature. We found this in the forbidden chamber. It's an Azuki Kozo's figure. Azuki Kozo used to leave them at the scene of his crimes. Are you suggesting that Tamatolo had been stolen? Yes, Phineas Fletcher's grandfather. A master thief was the culprit. And by that hideous moronic caretaker's grandfather, no less. You! Oh no! My beautiful golden Tamatoro was... The greed inspired by Tamatoro can no longer bring ruin upon Ninetale Vale. Isn't that right, Mayor Tenma? The root of tragedy would indeed seem to be gone. In fact, I now recall the Alderman revealing the secret to me on the day of our meeting. He must have been speaking of Tamatoro. And he said to me the golden ingot was gone. The golden ingot? I mean the treasure that is Tamatoro's true form. Recall, if you will, the scroll in the forbidden chamber. Tamatoro is the yellowest object shown there. A giant golden ingot that my nomadic ancestors bestowed upon Ninetale Vale. In return for that gold, my ancestors did receive from Ninetale Vale land that would become Tenma Town. but drive the villagers might have created that great monster. Pitto was a green-fueled battle, it wasn't anything well possessed. The ancestors' goal became as a curse upon the village, a curse of ruin. Thus it was that the yokai Tamatoro came to be. So Tamatoro and the villagers' superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare people away. Fairy tales or not, Tamatoro made quite the mess of things. Yes, indeed, but there is no greater monster than a mortal man's lust for gold. Well, you know what they say, the love of money is the root of all evil. My ancestors did bring a terrible thing here with the nine-tailed veil, a thing so terrible that Tamatoro, a monster just as terrible, had to be created to keep it a secret. And we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence. Tamatoro would never seek to take over a nine-tailed veil in a mojo. Oh my, that was quite a shocking lesson in history. Mr. Mayor, now we know that Tamatoro no longer exists. Are you ready to admit your secret? You are the amazing Nine Tails, aren't you? Hold it! No! Don't do it! Please, no! The gun, you demented demon! Now where was I? Nine Tails, indeed, me. That means Dinksy. Yes. The man wearing the mayor's clothes you saw collapse in the fox chamber. Is he wearing the amazing Nine Tails mask? That's why we think it was Papa. Said he was going to reveal his secret that all of them could buy that place, so it really wasn't Papa I saw there, was it? Florence idea from the start. It advised me to reveal my secret identity to the alderman. Yeesh, these Goldberg machines have less elaborate setups than LaBelle's scheme. That's easy now, Beetlejuice. That monster deception is through. Ka, 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 ka. The true facts behind this case have finally come to light. Mayor Temmer did not kill Alderman Kubai. Front LaBelle did. How dare you, peasant? No! No!
Silence!
This is down now. You should at least have a real blade in your hands if you desire to cross swords with me. Are you mistaken this battlefield for the training ground? What's this guy want now? Evidence is like a really sharp blade that cuts through bones instead of butter. You have only blind guesses, a dull blade incapable of cutting even a cake. Yes, you dare, Mr. Justice. After all, evidence is everything in a court of law. But, alright, let's see some evidence. Of course, the perfect being like me wouldn't leave any incriminating evidence behind. This is the final battle. Just as a samurai must live and die by the sword. You will live or die by the evidence you hold. My strict blade of judgment awaits. Now present your conclusive evidence, or don't you have any? What? Do I have anything conclusive? Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. You do? Of course. It's just the conclusive evidence we need to. Not to finally prove my innocent. Here comes justice. Let's review the facts. The most damning evidence against the mayor was the crime scene itself. The man and the victim were only two people found in the room. Also, we all thought the alderman was killed because he was the nine-tailed fox. The amazing nine tails. But as we know now, of course, we were way off. Amazing Nine Tails is really Mayor Damien Tenma. As his daughter Jinxie saw the Amazing Nine Tails collapse at the scene, she was so kin for her father. For the facts as we revealed. Mr. LaBelle says that he did not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime. He didn't say anything about evidence outside the crime scene. Maybe he isn't as clever as he thinks he is. Did the evidence found outside the crime scene prove any clues? I know. The Amazing Nine Tails masks was found washed up along the river. Could prove this mask hold. And what about the hair left in the mask? Who does it belong to? Alright, that hair is Florent LaBelle's. Yes, now that's what I call conclusive evidence. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have any conclusive evidence to present to this court? Of course I do. Observe this mask, if you will. That mask. How is that conclusive evidence? It's not the mask itself, but with the white hair inside it. Who was he thought belongs to Alderman Rex Kubai? Yes, but the Amazing Nine Tails, as we now know, is Mayor Tenma, so... That is correct. So the question is, whose hair could this be? The answer to that is the last person to have worn it before it was discarded. That would be you, Mr. Florent LaBelle. What are you talking about? I never had hideous white hair like that.
Silence!
Big way failed to hit its mark. This freakish bop is not the right hair type. Because he's visiting ludicrously dumb. Come on.
Objection!
Now, Prosecutor Blackwell, it's you who has made a fatal error. What? Remember when this mask was found? It was up by the side of the river. With that in mind, this last piece of evidence will solve all of the remaining riddles.
Take that!
That's... What is that? This is Mr. LaBelle's own private brand of hair color. It washes out with just water. The coat will also recall that the Amazing Nine Tails mask must belong to the side of the village river with white hair inside it. What's this? They say that Brennan Peacock's hair color is... That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. LaBelle's hair color is a free work of fiction. Thanks to the river flowing through Nine Tails Vale, we now have a real-life exposed there. The white hair in this mask is conclusive evidence proving you're the real killer. The DNA test is all we need to prove it, and we both know we'll get a match. Admit it! Florent LaBelle, you were the one who killed Alderman Rex Kubai. You, how dare you? My beauty! Oh, my makeup! What? The project is off? This is the bell. The sponsors have pulled out. The bell is speaking. I'm fired. You mean I'm no longer Mel Tenma's aide? Hello. This is the bell. What? Does the search for David's claim against me? $100 million? I'm finished. My something of fucking me. I'm done. Monstrous, I send back will defeat it. Order in the court. Well, this is quite the unexpected outcome. I must hand it to you, Mr. Justice. You really turned this case on its head just like the other lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Wait, that was a compliment, right? Muscular Blackwell, what have you done with Florence LaBelle? The faced man has withered like a flower without water. One of the officers is currently tending to him with a sprinkler. Wouldn't that just wash even more of his makeup off? Allow me to explain the actions of the guilty party in detail. The motive, of course, was to steal the gold ingot known as Tenma Taro. However, few are allowed into the manor due to its cultural ties to Ninetail Vale. LaBelle said most of plans to gain access to the manor and the gold within via the murder. But the efforts of the amazing Ninetail saw those plans come to a halt. And thus LaBelle murdered the alderman and attempted to pin the blame on Mayor Tenma. I see. But what I still can't comprehend is why would he go after the gold in the first place? Mr. LaBelle doesn't look like someone who's in need of financial aid. LaBelle hid his past well, much like he hid his beauty with makeup. He's mirrored in debt. Debt due to pouring money into a brand only he could love. Which is why he sought the gold with such voracity. Too bad for him, someone else had gone to it first anyway. I see. Very well then. I believe it's time I declare out a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Damien Tenma, not guilty. Court is adjourned. Since this good lawyering, Apollo. Even I didn't see that coming. Just got lucky, I guess. Banished cemetery from Ninetail's Vale just like you were some kind of exorcist. There's still one thing I don't understand. How come Mr. LaBelle didn't kill Mayor Tenma too? He cursed an episode that the mayor murdered the alderman and died from a counterattack. That would have removed at least one possible fly from the ointment. I was wondering about that too. I have a hunch LaBelle was biding his time. He was planning on exposing the amazing Ninetail's true identity himself. Huh? But why? Because the mayor was the amazing Ninetails. And LaBelle succeeded in framing Mayor Tenma for the alderman's murder. The rest of his popularity would have probably once his identity was revealed. Oh, I get it. If the amazing Ninetails was just killed, he'd die a hero. If he was proved a villain, his fans would abandon him, making the murder that much easier. Right. Then when the module's complete and everything cooled down, you'll be able to search the forbidden chamber at his leisure. What an insanely intricate plot. Ka. A most excellent job clearing my name. A feat worthy of the Demon Lord's approval. Why you act like Temacharo again? This be of no concern to you. How could it not concern me? Temacharo, be gone! Jinxie, see the ages since I laid eyes on you. I'm finally back! Yes, see, Temacharo is no match for you. I'm not scared of that silly yokai anymore. Your father's a free man now, Jinxie. Isn't that great? Thank you for all you've done. Seeing you guys in action, it... I feel like I don't have to be afraid anymore. Wait, is Jinxie actually smiling? This is all thanks to you two. Too bad the amazing Ninetales will have to retire, though. Aww, how come? Once everyone hears I'm the amazing Ninetales, my fanbase will nosedive. After all, I'm not the most popular of people. Another reason for my secret identity. I didn't see how I could possibly continue. I think you've misjudged yourself. Take a look outside. What's all that noise out there? Big crowd gathered outside the courthouse once the news broke. Seems they want to get a glimpse of Mayor Damien Tenma, the man behind the mask, and to root for your return to the wrestling ring. Me? I thought I was nothing more than a malefactor in their eyes. The only one who really matters is Jinxie, so how cool you really are. Yeah, you're the coolest when you're out there fighting in the ring, Papa. Jinxie. Here, I think you'll be needing this.
Take that!
Thank you. Now, if you would excuse me. I need to keep my fans waiting.
Ninetales Vale forever!
I still hope they can sell the palms between Tenma Town and Ninetail Vale. Me too. I'm sure they'll be fine. After all, the blackmailer slash colors behind bars and the merge is no longer an issue. Plus, the amazing Ninetales is obviously still ahead. I suspect Ninetail Vale will be too. That's all because we believed in our client. Just like you said. Okay, people. Now that we've got that one in the bag, let's go get something to eat. I'm starving. Sounds good. I've been so nervous I haven't eaten since yesterday. I keep eating, Apollo. But you might have to start looking up at me. Huh? I'm definitely past my growth phase. You should be about past yours, too. Are you kidding me? I'm just getting started. Ready or not, it's face stuffing time. Keep eating like that, and the only direction you'll go is sideways. Very funny. But I've got a hollow leg. I can eat as much as I want without gaining an ounce. Really? Oh, I can't wait to see this. Calories? Just let them try to stick on me. Alright, you two. Let's get going before the old man closes the shop. I'll do Zoodles isn't an all-night stand, you know. I'm with Mr. White. Let's go. I've been waiting to have a bowl from there ever since Mr. White told me about them. Well, what are we waiting for? noodles are on me today, so I expect some serious eating from you two. Yay! Thanks, boss! I won't let you down. He has no idea what he's getting into. Mr. Dude's noodles are so hot and salty. 2 bowls would kill a man. That was our first case together. And it felt like nothing could bring us down after that. The dark age of the law seemed so distant, so irrelevant to our small, cozy office. But little did I know, it had been lurking all along, right there behind us. First time it made itself known was during the murder at Themis Legal Academy. That case would mark the twilight before the dark, cold night that was to come.